I genuinely wish that Leg could have just messaged me before he did any of this. Messaged me, reached out in private just once and talked to me. And we could have just settled this like grown adults and moved on with our life. Okay? I wish he could have just done this. But he didn't. Okay? And he's forcing me to do this. I don't want this. I never wanted this whole situation to happen, but he's forcing me to do this. So today, I will be going through Leg's entire video, The Truth About PACKGOD, looking at every single point he makes, and giving my personal perspective and my side on everything, because every story has two sides, right? So let me give my side to the story of what actually happened, okay, Leg? And at the end of the video, I will be explaining to everybody here why Leg actually took everything away from me, why he switched the passwords on all of our social medias, and I will provide proof of why he actually did it. Because believe it or not, he actually said it himself, and I have all the evidence.
So when Leg first starts off his video, what he does is he explains both the origin of the Void channel and the PACKGOD and Leg channel, and pretty much explains that since he was the starter of these channels, it gives him the right to at any point take them away from me, right? Well, first off, though he did explain that, how do you explain the Instagram, Spotify, SoundCloud, the Discord server, discord.gg/park, that we made together with 60,000 members, and every other social media that we had started together at the exact same time? All right, but we'll get back into that. So in terms of the Void YouTube channel, yes, Leg, it is true that you had started the Void YouTube channel, and it's true that you were posting packing content all the way up to 6,000 subscribers till I got on. However, once I got on, we mutually made a decision together that we would become 50-50 owners of the channel. And because of that, which you forgot to mention, we turned the channel into a brand account. So there was no longer one primary owner. We were now both the primary owners of the channel and could theoretically do whatever we wanted with it. I had the power to remove you off, you had the power to remove me off. Anybody could have basically screwed the other person over, but we didn't because we were friends and we trusted each other. However, Leg, when he removed me off, as you see in the email, says I am no longer an owner of the Void channel because, like I said, it was a brand channel. For the PACKGOD and Leg channel that was used to be known as Void Junior, yes, Leg, and for PACKGOD and Leg, or the Void Junior YouTube channel, it is true that once again, you started that channel to upload packing clips on. However, we had also agreed on it that it would be a second channel where we would do streams for our community, which we did all the time. Once again, when the channel was around 1,000 subscribers, we decided we'd turn that into our official second channel and began uploading a lot of content on it together. Content that I am no longer able to access because you went through and privated all the videos, and since I have no access to the channel, I have no way to go in and prove that this actually happened. This account as well was turned into a brand account, and we had 50-50 ownership of it, just like the Void one. And when you kicked me off it, once again, it says you have been removed as an owner because it was a brand account. So even though you started the channels, Leg, we had mutually made an agreement that we would become 50-50 partners and that you no longer own the channel. Once we turned it into a brand account, we agreed that you no longer own the channel. Okay? And the fact that you think that you can invalidate the thousands of hours of work that I put into the channel because you had originally started it makes no sense. Now here's a very crucial part of this. As much as I would like to go into the Leg and PACKGOD and Void channels to show the proof of everything I'm saying, of it being a brand account and whatnot, I can't do this. Okay? I can't provide you this evidence because he has access to everything. He has access to every single social media, the Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube's, right? I don't. You need to understand this. He is gatekeeping all the evidence, right? I can't go through and show the DMs, our Instagram DMs. I screenshot shit. I can't show our Twitter DMs, right? I can't show that it was a brand account. Leg has access to all the evidence, right? Everything. Over 3 years of evidence, 3 years of streams, videos, messages, right? He has access to everything. I have access to nothing because he took everything away from me. So when we're playing the game of just trying to quote unquote expose each other, it's really unfair when one person gets to have access to all the evidence and the other person gets literally nothing. Right? And the reason why he made sure to take every single account from me is so I can't have access to any of this evidence, and so it would be harder for me to convince you guys of what he's doing. Why do you think he went through and purged every single DM he's ever sent me?
Let's go ahead and watch this clip right here.
Every fucking day I've been grinding this shit. I brought this channel from fucking dead in the water to fucking up, okay? Myself. Now
this first clip where Leg calls me basically selfish for saying that I brought the channel from the gutters and I brought it from the bottom to the top. Well, two things. One, this happened after you stole everything from me. This clip, I was emotionally on stage reacting to having everything stolen from you, right? So how can you be using this clip that happened after you stole everything from me as justification for you stealing? Remember, this video is supposed to be the reason why you stole everything from me, okay? Also, let me provide context of this clip. If you actually told the truth and let everybody understand what I was talking about, when I was talking about bringing this channel from dead in the water to up, I was talking about the week period in which you weren't messaging me because of the quote-unquote somber situation, which please stick around in the video for, because I will get into that. In that frame where you weren't messaging me and doing anything, that was the time when I was on Gideon's talent show. That is the time where I was making all those TikToks that were blowing up. The channel was on a decline, and I had brought it from dead in the ground to up. So yes, like, while you were doing nothing and you were ghosting me, I did that. Yes, I did that, and I will stand on that ground and continue to say that I did that for that 1 week period while you were doing nothing.
Okay? Then he went on the Void YouTube channel, you know, the channel that I made all those diss tracks on, kicked me off the channel. And it took all my perms away. He kicked me off the Instagram. He kicked me off the Twitter. He kicked me off the SoundCloud. He kicked me off the the Spotify, guys. Even the Spotify, where I fucking have my music. He's taking the money from my music now.
I really hope you guys are paying attention, and I really want you to pay attention to what he's saying. Notice how he's saying, I did this. My music. And there's no sort of team aspect.
He then goes on to manipulate further by talking about how I say, I did this. My music. Well, once again, if you had context to what I was actually saying, I was talking specifically about the songs on the Spotify that I did by myself, that you had absolutely no part with, such as the song 07, In My Element featuring Aqua Raps, One Hit, Letterman featuring Suzu, Chanel Cologne, Yeah featuring Lex Payne, Bummer Time featuring Lex Payne. I'm talking about these songs that, yes, I made. I made these songs. You did not make these songs. I made these songs. I'm talking about the fact that you are continually getting paid for the songs that I made, okay? I didn't say that you never helped make a song on the Spotify ever, right? I didn't say that. I was giving a point to my audience that there are songs on the Spotify that I made by myself that I will now not be getting a check for, and you will be getting a check for. That is it. So you could stop trying to manipulate everybody, and how about you say the truth of what I'm actually saying? The next point Leg brings up is how I supposedly changed the name of the channel from Leg and PACKGOD to PACKGOD and Leg, okay? Well, Leg forgot to tell them about the conversation we had where I explained that the reason why it was better to switch the name from Leg and PACKGOD to PACKGOD and Leg is because PACKGOD was an actual Google search term, and when you just typed Leg into YouTube, all that would come out is leg workout videos and videos about actual legs, like human appendages. When you typed in PACKGOD, the only thing that came up was the channel. That's it. It was a strategical move to help grow the channel better, and in the call, you actually agreed to that. He then goes to talk about how it's my profile picture that I was controlling. Leg. The second since we made, and once again, I would be able to prove this if I actually had access to the channel and could go into the analytics and show it, which I don't have because he switched the password and kicked it out from me. We had that profile picture since the very beginning. Since the channel was switched to Leg and PACKGOD, that was the profile picture. That was always the profile picture. Always. Okay? And never once did you come up to me and say, no, that shit's ass, we need to change it, okay? And furthering my argument, about a couple days before you stole everything from me, you had hired an editor by the name of Slashes to make you new GFX, to make you a new background and a new profile picture, which had both of our PFPs in it. Half of it was your me tennis player PFP, half of it was my PACKGOD PC. The same for the profile picture and the banner. I then reached out to you in DMs, which you can't see any of Leg's DMs, by the way, because he deleted all of them because he's trying to hide the evidence. I reached out to you in DMs and literally said that the new GFX went hard, because they did. That shit was hard as fuck and I liked it a lot. So once again, you are lying and manipulating your audience. Your then major point, and one of the pinnacles of your entire video, is talking about the situation with Somber, which I'm so confused how you're still talking about this, when I'm pretty sure in my last video, I explained this whole situation. Let's actually see what really happened with that situation with actual proof. You said that you were paying Somber to edit an AMV for you for your song Fly Away. That is 100% true. You were paying Somber to edit an AMV for you. However, 3 months after Somber edited the AMV, you had still yet to pay him, which you do admit in the video. I will now show proof of the conversation which you and Somber, where he was asking you for money for 3 months for the AMV that he already finished. Okay, he already finished, and you wouldn't give it to him. On 28/07/2022, when you send me money, you trying to scam me? On 8/8/2022, will you send me money or not? 2 months have already passed. Then on 09/08/2022, you said, send me your email, I'm paying right now. He then went to go send you his email on 09/08/2022, and you still didn't pay him. He then said, bro, 09/08, He then said on 10:08, for real, I need this money. Then he said, Leg, what's happening? You didn't pay him for 3 months. All the while, Somber was in my DMs asking for me to get you to pay the money, saying, damn, he hasn't sent yet? I can assure you that at one point you will get it. I bug him every day. Then Somber sent me word for word 210722. Bro, I'm trying to find someone who has PayPal. You're gonna get your money. You have problem with PayPal? I don't know what Leg is doing. I told him to pay you like 30 times. It's his song. He said, aha, you need to press him or some shit. So I'm already just telling you have to start pressing him, right? We're not at that point yet. I'm just telling him to start pressing you, right? Then, after you still haven't paid him for 3 months, after I continually was getting pressed, and I was constantly messaging you on your phone, which I will provide proof of now, I said word for word, I love how I can no longer get any AMVs made because you won't pay this guy money you owe him after saying countless times you would pay him. I can't even get the final version of the Money Talk AMV. I need, like, seriously, man, this is fucking ridiculous. Then, completely ignoring what I'm saying about Somber, he says, find another guy, and just switches the subject, right? Completely ignores it, right? Then comes the instance where Somber, once again, after pressing me about the situation, asking where his money is, I told Somber, look, Somber, it's been 3 months. I don't know what to tell you. All I can say is if you go on Instagram, at VoidCord, yes, which is my Instagram too, so yes, this would also be hurting me too, right? Maybe that would pressure Leg into doing. So I'm telling Somber to go on Instagram and publicly out you, because that's the only way that I think of that you will get on your phone and finally pay him the money that you've owned him for 3 months, right? Then, after doing that, your ego was hurt so bad that you messaged me this. You legit told the N-word to say I scammed him and make stories because you couldn't get your diss track edited. Fuck off. You're weird as fuck. You live on Discord and have no IRL social life and get mad when I'm not online with you to hold your hand. Like, honestly, bro, go grow the fuck up. I then said, you're legit scamming him and it's becoming my problem. Countless times you promised to pay him and you lie and you lie and you lie. His reply to that was, touch grass. I said, I'm trying to help this guy out. I paid him $15 yesterday, which I did. I paid him $15 out of my pocket because I felt bad to help him get a taxi because he had to go from one place to another, right? He said, let me help you out. I said, just so you get a taxi. He said, touch some grass again, like he's a kindergartner. I said, because he's struggling and yet you won't pay him the money you owe. Seriously, you act like a child. In his response, touch grass. You're just weird, dude. It's whatever. So that's one of your focal points against me, why you completely deplatformed me and stole every social media from me. Do you really think your point is that because you scammed an editor for 3 months after him bugging you every day, me bugging you every day, that you finally got outed for being a scumbag? That is a reason. That is, your ego got so hurt that you got outed for being a scumbag and scamming someone. That was the reason why you took everything from me. Okay, let's keep going.
I could have handled this better. I could have had better communication with Somber, and I did apologize to Somber for that. But does that make it right for PACKGOD to expose his team member, his business partner?
Yes, it does make it right for PACKGOD to expose his teammate, his business partner, because you were scamming an editor for 3 months. Yes, Leg, that does make it right. You are in the wrong, not me. Leg then goes to talk for a long time about the Gideon talent show situation and how I was streaming the talent show and manipulating the stream, and I ruined the stream for everybody, and I ruined the entire talent show. So, Leg, let me provide some actual context because, you know, I was actually there participating in it and you were nowhere to be found, okay? I had told all the mods prior to the talent show that I was streaming it. They said that was okay. I even explained that to Gideon in the Twitter DMs with him after this happened. But you left that out. And guess what? I can't show anybody those Twitter DMs because you locked me out of the Twitter and once again are gatekeeping the evidence from me. I can't show the evidence because only you have access to it. Do you understand the problem here? Then, after talking to Gideon, Gideon, and Patrick, the person who came in second place that he decided would win the talent show, instead of, we had a conversation, you know, like grown men off camera, had a conversation and figured out the whole situation where I explained my side of the story and what actually happened. Patrick explained his, mutually agreed, right? As a team, we mutually agreed that it'd be fair if we split the money, 50% Patrick, 50% me. Then, Patrick had been messaging Gideon for a couple days and not getting any response from him, and then reaching out to me to help him, and I helped Patrick get his money, and we both got paid. Let's read the DMs right now. Yo, bro, when are we gonna get the money, do you think? I don't know. He legit asked for both of our PayPals, and I sent them. Then he said, I got you, but I'm still waiting. Damn, but when he streams next, I'll spam him till he pays. Bet. Yo, bro, I just got the money. Thank you so much. No problem, man. I told you I got you. Just took some pressing. It'll be good. For real, thank you, man. He said 1,500. Yes. Dope, man. You deserve it. You too. This talent show, I ruined it. But yet me and the dude who came in second place had a mutual agreement with Gideon off camera where I even said I was sorry and realized what I did could affect it, even though there was no rule against streaming, right? And we agreed that this was fair. But obviously, none of this made it into your video. Why? Because you never even knew this happened. Because you never even bothered reaching out to me to ask about what actually happened. One of the DMs that Gideon even said in the Twitter DMs, which I can't show you because I don't have access to Twitter, and you won't show because you do have access to the Twitter, is that it didn't even really matter because at the end of the day, because him and the other judges were gonna vote for me anyway, and that I was their favorite. So he's literally saying, even if it wasn't a chat vote, and by the way, the first 3 rounds of the talent show was all just the judges, right? The chat wasn't involved. He's saying the last one, even if it wasn't even a chat vote, he was still gonna vote for me anyway, so it didn't even matter, right? But I can't show you guys that proof. I can't show you guys the screenshot because he locked me out of the Twitter, right? Tell Leg to unlock it from me, and I will show you everything that I'm talking about. And on top of it all, you forgot to mention the point in my video made when we're talking about us being fake and whatnot. When Gideon, after the talent show that I was in, DM'd our Twitter that we share together asking for my number, and you replied to him saying you didn't know my number, which is a lie because we've had each other's number for 2 years, and that you gave him your number instead and told you to reach out to him instead of me, right? We're talking about snake behavior here. Come on, man. Why don't you mention that in your video? And I almost forgot to mention that you brought up the fact that I quote unquote have a $20 million beach house. I own a $20 million beach house, and that when I was saying to Gideon that the money would be used to help my dad pay the bills, that I was completely lying. Excuse me, that house is not even mine. It's a family relative's, right? It's not mine. It's not even owned by my immediate family. Okay, it's a family relative's that I was allowed to stay at, okay? And you were invited to come and stay with me on vacation because I thought it'd be a nice and fun thing we could do together. And the fact that you're using me letting you stay at that house with us rent-free for a week against me is so disgusting. Finally, the final point on all this is, Leg, what does this talent show have anything to do with you? How does this have anything to do with me being a horrible partner for you? How does it have anything to do with you being justified in stealing all of the platforms from me? What does this even have to do with this situation at all? This is not a justification for your actions. This is a desperate expose piece, slander piece, because I've got you against the back of the cage, and this is the only thing that you can do as an attempt to make yourself seem better. And yes, that money was actually going to be used to help pay my family bills, because you know absolutely nothing about my family's financial situation because you are not a part of my family. Now, let's move on to the quote-unquote N-word situation, okay? First off, let me give some context. I was in Jay's stream confronting Jay because Jay was one of the people on that stage, you know, in the park server that I had mentioned in my video that Leg allowed to make false pedo allegations on me while I was banned from the server, okay? I was there confronting him for making false pedo allegations on me, which Leg forgot to bring up in his video because he knows he's guilty about that. Then Jay, to randomly justify making false pedo allegations, brings up a clip of me saying the N-word from 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Okay, this is before Void or PACKGOD and Leg. This is before any of this. This is before we even had a YouTube channel. Even though that was the case, I realized that that was wrong, and I stopped doing that, okay? And for 3 years, I did not pack with the N-word, okay? And if you look at any of the videos that we made of me and Leg Packy, if you look at the video of me and Isaac Wise channel, the videos of me packing in the recent years, you will see that I do not use the N-word. The fact that Leg's trying to bring up a clip from 3 years ago of me saying the N-word when he's known about it for 3 years and he's been my best friend for 3 years as a way to call me racist now to justify his actions is disgusting. And by the way, the clip where I said everybody knows I don't say the N-word when I'm packing. What I'm talking about is when I am packing now, right? For the last 3 years, when I actually grew as a content creator packing, I don't say the N-word, right? If you look at my TikTok, every single time I make a TikTok, I don't say the N-word, okay? And the only reason that I said that is because when I was on the talent show, the members of the talent show falsely accused me of saying the N-word while I was packing, and I was calling them out for it. And I would have that clip to show you if I had access to the live stream, which is now privated by Leg, so nobody could see it, and he's hoarding all the evidence for himself, so I can't show you that. Once again, Leg, what does that, me saying the N-word 3 years ago, have to do with justifying you from stealing everything from me, and it paints me as a horrible teammate? Like, this is once again an off-topic point that you are bringing up, not as a way to justify what you're doing, but to just slander my name on the channel where only, by the way, you can post videos on, right? You can post videos on the Leg channel. I can't. I don't have that platform, okay? Why don't I get to post this video on the Leg channel, right? Why don't I get to post it to our 147,000 subscribers? Why don't I get to make an Instagram story? Why don't I get to make a tweet about it? Why do only you get to do this? Because you are trying to silence me. You are trying to deplatform me and not give me any way to defend myself. Let's move on to the next point.
Video, I keep finding more and more proof. Like just right here, new song I made. It's literally our channel. Why would you not say new song by PACKGOD? Check it out here. And
he then goes to talk about me saying when I was promoting the song 07 that yes, I made by myself without you. If you listen to the song, it is just me. It is just me rapping, and I wrote all the lyrics. Yes, I made that song by myself. Why are you mad that I said that I made the song by myself when I literally made the song by myself? You make no fucking sense. Leg then, in an attempt to continue his slander, has a private interview with Aqua Raps, where Aqua Raps says, quote unquote, yeah, I've been moving a bit weird recently, as proof somehow to say that I'm a horrible teammate. Okay, Aqua, Aqua Raps? Okay, Leg, let's talk about the actual past of me and Aqua Raps' history, right? Let's talk about when Aqua Raps, right, was first in Void, right? Before he even had 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, right? And I saw him rapping on cam, and I hit him up privately and said, yo, you are really fucking talented. Let's make a song together, right? We then proceeded to, on September 27th, 2020, make a song together called In My Element, me and Aqua Rap, right? To help promote him as an artist, okay? Then I invited Aqua Raps to come back multiple different times for many different diss tracks, such as the Morgs diss track and the Trisha Paytas diss track. And the funniest part of this all is when how you reference me being weird, you talk about the quote-unquote castaway situation. Okay, let's get into the castaway situation and what actually happened there. So, you know, nobody actually knows about that besides me, you, and the people in Das Gas Dom stream that I explained it to, right? Now, if you look at the Castaway song, it's called Castaway, featuring Young Chris, Baby Santana, Aqua Rap, and Das Gas Dom, right? Well, what an awesome line of features on that, right? With some huge artists at the time, they were popping off on SoundCloud, right? Now, if you listen to the song, first it goes Das Gas Dom, then Baby Santana, then Young Chris, then Aqua Rap, then Leg. Interesting enough, I am not actually on that song at all. I wonder why I'm not on that song, considering that all the other songs on the channel I've been on, but that's the one song on the entire Void channel that I have no part in, that I am not on. Okay. Let's explain real quick why that happened. So, that Castaway sound blowing up on TikTok, right? I had the idea to make a song of that. I brought that idea to you, right, on the Castaways beat, to make a song of the beat. We agreed that it was a good idea, right? We got all these artists together to do features, right? Together, right? Then, after everybody does their feature, after I record my verse, after you record your verse, you say that you don't really like my verse that much. Ask Aqua Raps to do a different one instead. Say you like Aqua Raps' verse better, and then try to replace me on the song with Aqua Rap. I'm like, dude, what the fuck do you mean? This was my idea. Why are you trying to replace Aqua Raps on the song when this is on our channel, when we post videos? Why are you trying to replace me with Aqua Raps? You just can't do that. I want to be on the song with Young Chris and Baby Santana and Dom. This is fucking awesome to me. This is a great opportunity. I'm not saying you shouldn't be on it. Why can't we both be on it? You want to know what Leg proceeds to do? When I am sleeping, he proceeds to kick me out of the YouTube channel, just like he did now, overnight, upload the video with Aqua Raps' audio on it, so I can't get on the song, and then give me the sign-in after he's already uploaded it, so there's nothing I can do. So you literally snaked me, got rid of me off the song, added Aqua Raps, and now you're trying to use that as a point to say that I'm a snake. What the f— Now, moving on to Leg's second interviewee for the PACKGOD slander expose, we have DJ Trump, a person who, by the way, last night in Das Gas Dom stream, when pressed about him saying that he knows my financial situation, he knows that I'm well off, right? When I confronted him about that, his reasoning for knowing that was quote-unquote because I'm white.
You don't understand anything about my finances.
Nigga, you're lying, nigga. You're financially stable. Nigga, you're white. You're financially stable.
Because I'm white, I'm financially stable.
Because I'm white, that means that I have to be financially stable and well off. And this person, who also, in the same live stream, admits that a week ago, when I was in that Gideon talent show with him, I literally went to my entire stream and said, DJ Trunks is cool as fuck. Go check out his music. Go follow him on Instagram. I shouted out to everybody in my stream, right? The same person who admits that in Das Gas Dom stream, it says I'm a snake, but then yet, once again, doesn't bring any actual evidence to the table that I'm a snake.
No, true or false? True or false? This is very important. You were on that Gideon stream, correct?
Yeah, I was on there.
This was like a week ago, correct? Please, as just a decent human being, just tell the truth. When you were on that Gideon stream, did I not shout you out to my whole stream and said you were cool as fuck and tell them to go follow you on Instagram?
You did shout me out on the stream, yes. But look,
I literally bro, how are you going to say that I'm a snake and a horrible person when 1 week ago, I literally shouted you out on the stream and told every single person in the stream.
What Trunks did do, that I actually have proof of him doing, is when everybody started coming at me and ganging up on me right when this shit started, right? Trunks was in the chat that, you know, I was banned from, right? Because I got banned from the park server I used to co-own, right? With Leg, right? That he just randomly bans me, right? That we started together as a team, right? Trunks says that I scammed him out of $6,000, right? When everybody's talking shit on me, right? Trunks says that I scammed him out of $6,000, which I then confronted him in his DMs for, and he admitted that he was quote-unquote just joking, right? So when everybody's ganging up on me, right? If you were really my friend, right? You were just joking by going in there and just adding to the fire, lying, openly lying, and saying that I scammed you for 6K, right? And I'm not even done, okay? In the same Das Gas Dom stream, Trunks openly admits that during the old Void packing days, me and all the old Void packers who supposedly I'm supposed to be giving all this stuff to, right? Used to bully me, right? Used to make fun of me and treat me like shit. He admits this.
This nigga PACKGOD used to get fucking bullied, bro. Like, I promise you, when we were coming up in the com, this nigga was the one getting bullied. This was a friend situation, bro.
And guess what? It is true, okay? In the old Void community, when we were packing, I was always the butt of every joke, okay? I was always the person who would be made fun of and treat like shit, okay? So what the fuck do I owe to you now that I worked my ass off and got to where I am? But Leg, regardless of the testaments of DJ Trunks and Aqua Raps, which by the way, have absolutely zero proof behind them, Leg, the question still remains. What does my interactions with Aqua Raps and DJ Trunks have anything to do with you, Leg? This is supposed to be an exposed video of how I was the most awful, disgusting partner to you ever. And the only evidence that you've ever shown of me quote-unquote snaking you is me telling an editor to expose you for scamming him when you were literally scamming him, Leg. But I can actually give specific proof in an event of you snaking me, such as the Castaway situation.
Now, unlike Leg, who added 2 of his friends to a call to just broadly say that I'm a bad person as proof of what he was saying, I'm going to add people to a call and interview them, people that Leg has actually scammed in the past with actual proof. Now, here we have our first member on the stand today, Jaunt. Jaunt, hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Jaunt, could you please provide everyone with the basic breakdown of your past experience working with Leg, please?
Okay, so back in February now, so a long time ago, there was everyone ping in the Park server saying he was looking for an editor to do some editing for some streams and stuff. I messaged him, say, hey, I can do it. And then just some casual conversation, he gives me the stuff and I go to edit it. About a month later, 120 hours of editing time later, it's done. I say it's ready, and then he ghosts me, and I've spent 120 hours of my time to get no recognition, and video doesn't even get uploaded.
Okay, John, and can you please share with everybody here your DMs with Leg as proof of what actually happened?
Sure.
All right, so first, please just click on Leg's profile and just confirm that this is actually the real Leg. There we go, Leg 3883. There we have the Voidage and Void linked accounts to it. So let's give us just a brief run through of these DMs and what actually happened, please.
So I messaged him, hey, I can do the editing, past work, just some proof saying I can do the job and stuff. It's good stuff, so he knows that I can do the job. Gives me, this is the link to the stream for the actual video that he wanted me to edit. Did a little preview, just like confirming that I am actually going to do it. Did some pay, just some details like that. Say $70. Yep, no problem. Let's go down. I've got some more previews and stuff saying, yep, I'm working on the video. All of that's going on. And then about a month later, 14th of March, I say it's ready. How do you want me to send it? No response. 2 days later, once again, just asking where it is. And then a bunch more messages just saying, let me give you the vid. And then I even just said, I'll just give it for free. I honestly don't care. I just want to be done with it. And then he still just doesn't even respond. So I've spent 120 hours of my time.
Up next to the podium, we have Prod by John, a producer who has helped me and Leg make several songs in the past. Hi, Prod by John. Would you like to explain your experience with Leg in the past, please?
Right, so we've worked on the Russian diss track, obviously, and we worked on Money Talk, and, I mixed everything. I did everything. I was done with that. And then I asked to be put on splits. We agreed like 15%. So that was supposed to happen, but it still has never happened. And I never got an email from DistroKid saying you've been added. And also I sent a screenshot of my splits on DistroKid just to confirm that, just as proof.
Are you going to send the screenshot right now?
Yeah, here you go. Let me just slide it
So
through.
basically, guys, if you didn't know, Prod by John was the producer for that Money Talk song that's currently on the Leg channel. And though I have already messaged Leg in the past in his DMs on Discord telling him to add John as a 15% split on the song, which I will now show, in Leg's deleted DMs, right? Here is me asking him to give John the splits. Leg completely ignored me, didn't give him the splits, and here we have the picture of proof that Prod by John provided saying that he's never actually had a split on the Money Talk song at all. Now it's starting to make more sense why Leg purged all of his DMs. Now we're bringing our third witness to the stand, Slashist, someone who has edited and helped us make videos for both PACKGOD and Leg channel and the Void channel in the past. Slashist, can you please give the audience your experience of working with Leg and what exactly happened?
So I can start where it all started when I first started working with Leg. Before I started working with you. And this is everything I'm about to say isn't biased or anything. I'm just saying what's true. I joined Park, and I think it was the day I joined Park, Leg put out an announcement looking for a Discord editor, and knowing it was a good opportunity, I hit him up, and he joined my VC. It was a public Park VC, and he said, "Hey, I can do the editing. Past work, just some proof saying I can do the job." And he still just doesn't even respond. So I've spent 120 hours of my time. And the only evidence that you've ever shown of me quote-unquote snaking you is me telling an editor to expose you for scamming him when you were literally scamming him. And I showed him like my channel and everything, and he said that it was really good and that I could start for, I can't remember if it was $50 or $60 for each video. But yeah, I started editing the first video, and the moment I gave it to him, I asked him about payment, and he said, "Yo, I'm actually going to just do 30 per video instead of the 50 that was initially promised." And at the time, I was more so like editing for him for the connections, not really the money, so I didn't mind it at the time. But looking back, it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was expecting me to pump out these like full-length, highly edited Discord videos on a weekly basis. So I was like slaving away editing these videos. There were times I even like skipped days of school just to get this stuff done for him. And keep in mind, this is all for like $30 a video. So like it's really not a good payoff looking back.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like how it started. Eventually it did get raised to like 60 a video, which is still kind of but you know. And so now in recent drama, the night that Leg took everything, I was actually in a public VC in PACKGOD sewer, and he joined, and a few other people were there, and we were like chilling. We were talking about Beyblade. I was making like a thumbnail for a friend of mine named Zen Laden, and I started making a Leg and PACKGOD profile picture and banner for the Leg and PACKGOD channel that had both of them in it, and I think I don't remember if I made that at the same time, but he also asked me if I could make a variation of it where it was just Leg, like just a Leg profile picture and just a Leg banner. And he told me specifically, that profile picture and banner were for his personal channel, not the Leg and PACKGOD channel.
So that banner and profile picture are the ones that are on the Leg channel today.
Yes, and it was meant for, he told me it was going on just his personal Leg channel, not the big Leg and PACKGOD channel at the time, which is why I had no issue doing it. And I saw that you had your own channel art for your personal channel because you both have your personal channels and then the Leg and PACKGOD channel. So I thought, maybe it's a little fair that Leg gets his own art,
Yeah. So
I make it for him. And he tells me also, like, while I'm working on, he says, also, I'll pay you $15 PayPal tomorrow for this. And I was like, okay, so I can get a little something out of it and also just help out a friend,
Yeah.
And so the moment I sent it to him, he says that he's heading off for the night. And that same night, about like an hour-ish, I'd say later, I noticed that he just put it on the Leg and PACKGOD channel, changed the name. And then on top of that, he took my access to the channel, which I've had access for the longest time, helping you guys out.
By the way, I've never mentioned this, but Slashist has always been a manager on that YouTube channel, and he'd always help us with uploads, things such as like demonetization, thumbnails, all that stuff. And the second that Leg took my access away, he also took it from Slashist. Slashist had manager role on the channel. Yeah,
so I lost access to the channel, and like throughout this entire thing, like I was like going around trying to be like 50-50, but that's kind of just like sat in the back of my head the whole time. Not only did he just take my access, but he also just took my moderator for like the live streams, which is like, I can't even really do anything with moderator in the live chats, but I mean, that's just another thing.
I have an important question. To this day, has Legs paid you yet the $15 that he promised he'd pay you for those GFX?
Nope.
This is now the fourth time, including Somber, that I have proved that Leg has been scamming someone that he's working with related to the channel. All right, thank you so much, Slash. Have a wonderful day, okay? Thank you so much. All right, peace, man. Up next to the podium, we have yet another editor that Leg has scammed in the past. Here, we have DZ. Now, DZ, is it true that you edited the Leg vs. PACKGOD on a talent show video that has almost 1 million views on the channel, the most popular video on the entire channel?
Yes, that's true, and it took me almost a month to do it.
Okay, now, can you explain what your situation was like with Leg when working on that video, please?
So here are my DMs with Leg. This all started when he added everybody in a park asking for an editor to work on a video with. So I hit him up because I was already friends with him. And he had me working on this packing video with a fellow streamer. I can't remember his name right now. Just Make Yo, right? So I worked on the video and we went back and forth. I asked him some questions on how to make it and stuff like that. He gave me like the lyrics to some of the packs, which I had like no clue how to interpret. So he guided me through editing the entire video. And what happened was like, and this took like by the way, like over a month to make, right? I gave him the video.
Yeah.
And I asked him like to pay me, right? And then right after this, like weeks after, I see the video like posted on the channel without like him ever like coming to me. And in the description, it actually said editor : and then nothing there. Like there's no like editor promoted there.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, what the heck, right? So what I did, because Leg had multiple editors, I came to Slashist about it, and from then on, he contacted you, and you were basically the only reason why Leg was like, able to pay me in the end, because you were on him about it, and I respect you for that.
All right, thank you, man. Thank you so much for coming out, and let's actually see real quick. Did your name actually ever get added to the video?
Yeah. Yeah, in the description, because Slashist back then like had like permission to like edit the channel, right? So I just told him, yo, like, can you like add my Twitter on there?
And here we have, by the way, in the description of the Leg vs. PACKGOD on a Discord talent show, proof that DZ was the one who was editing it, right? DZ, this is your Twitter? DZ
yes.
Twitter? All right, bet.
Yes,
wonderful.
that is me.
Thank you so much for showing out, dude. Completely appreciate it, man. Have a wonderful day, all right?
All right, thank you, man.
All right. You are getting paid every single month for the music that I made. And you kicked me off the distro, kid. So now every single month, you will be getting payments from my music. And not be giving me one dime. Once again, Mr. Grammar Police, the reason why I said I was working on the videos is because I'm trying to convince people that I did work for these channels, you know, because you stole the you don't have to convince anybody that you did work, because you have the channels, right? You have everything and I have nothing. So I have to convince everybody that I did work on these channels and that I have a right to them. That's why I am using these words. I am not saying, get me a clip of me saying that every single thing we've done since the past, Leg has nothing to do with that, right? This dude is trying to use minor grammar points that are misconstrued as major pillars for why he took away 3 years of my life's work.
One thing that PACKGOD has failed to mention is that during this stream, he took his entire personal Discord server to go spam in the stream chat and say stuff like, Leg L, say this, do that, controlling all these people like they're just chess pieces, and he's the master player.
Leg then goes to talk about how his original stream, which by the way is privated and none of you can see, right? I went and told everybody in my Discord server to type in the chat for me, right? Yes, Leg, I did that. You want to know why I did that, Leg? Because you were streaming, talking about me, slandering my name, not letting me go on the stream and talk to you about it. You were the one who had the platform, right? Just you. The only way that I could potentially defend myself was starting a stage on that Discord server and telling the people in my chat to go in your chat and spam to tell you to add me to the call, which they were doing the whole time. And even though the entire time those people were in your chat spamming to add me, you completely ignored them, got embarrassed, ended the stream, and then privated it so no one could see it. You were literally getting mad at me for trying to use a platform to defend myself, while simultaneously you were stealing every platform away from me that I could possibly have.
Lying to your fans, manipulating your fans, scamming your fans.
He then goes on to say that I lie, manipulate, and scam my fans, right? So let's see. Lying and manipulating. The evidence for me lying and manipulating my fans are by telling them in my Discord to go in his chat and tell me to add me to the call so I could have a chance to defend myself. That's the lying and manipulating. And as for the scamming, I have never in my life scammed any fan, okay? Do you have proof of that? Please, I'm on my knees begging you. Give me proof that I've scammed one of my fans. I have never done that.
Now, August 17th was the day that I confronted PACKGOD about the Somber situation. Unlike PACKGOD trying to cut up messages and take them out of context, I will show the entire dialogue of us talking about that situation. And as you can see from this video, I was very angry at PACKGOD for telling my editor to expose me for no reason.
He then goes to talk about the point where I said that for days, I had been messaging him and he was ignoring all my DMs, right? And his justification for this was because that before this happened, it was when he confronted me about that Somber situation. Yeah, remember that Somber situation that I exposed him before? That was his justification for why he was airing me out for days. You know, go touch grass, you know, and then go fuck off. That's what he was telling me basically, right? Yeah, let's keep going.
Tell me and the viewers where in this screenshot you invited me to the stream. No rush, I'll wait. Oh wait, you didn't, but you sure as hell let me know that I missed it.
Leg then goes to say, right, that I didn't invite him to the stream, right? Okay, Leg, think about this right now. I'm talking about the 5-day period where you were airing out every single message that I was sending you because of the quote-unquote somber situation, right? You're mad at me for not telling you I was going to live stream after ignoring my messages for 5 days. Here we come to one of the most important parts of this whole situation, right? The fact that Leg never contacted me about any of this, right? That he lied and said he contacted me about everything, saying that I could reach out to him in private and handle this like a man, which if you saw my last video, you would seen that, right?
So let's go ahead and watch that now.
I have an interesting story for you guys. Knowing that Leg had no intention of actually contacting with me and dealing with this like a quote-unquote man.
It's funny how PACKGOD talks about being a man when he's a grown-ass adult and his parents are contacting my parents asking about the whole situation. Even his dad is calling my personal number. Like, can't you handle your business by yourself, Pack?
Yes, Leg, I called your phone through my dad's phone because you blocked my number and you didn't pick up the phone. So you were acknowledging that you got a call from my dad's number, and just like my number, you ignored the calls, and now you're acknowledging that and trying to use that as a point against me.
About what happened?
So yes, I did leave the call, but I'm not exactly sure what that proves. Obviously, I knew you were recording, which you were going to take my conversation with you and again, try to manipulate that in your favor, which I'm not going to allow, which is another reason why I didn't allow you on the stream.
Then, after the clip of me exposing Leg, where I finally got him in a VC, right, talking to him one-to-one for the first time, and he just dips out to not talk to me. He says, oh, well, I left, right, because I knew you were recording, right? That's it. That's all the explanation he gives for why he's never messaged me, right? 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 But like, you still never brought up the fact that you actually never messaged me once this entire time. Your entire video, the truth about PACKGOD, you have not mentioned the fact, the most important fact of all this, that you could have messaged me from the beginning and we could have dealt like this like real men. But instead, you hid the entire time and never messaged me once. Okay, are we all just forgetting that now? Is that just a secret piece of information that nobody cares about? And that, my friends, is the end of Leg's video. Okay, that's Leg's explanation for this horrible thing he did to me, right? So you're probably asking yourself, as I went through this video and explained why, 90% of the shit that he's saying has nothing to actually do with me and his personal relationship, and has nothing to do with him actually stealing the channel. It's just stuff that he's tried to dig up from the past on me to try to make me look like a horrible human being, right? After explaining that, right? With giving no actual, real, valid evidence to why he did what he did, right? It leaves you wondering, so then why did he do it? Why did Leg do something like this? Why did he start all this? Why does this even need to happen? Well, guess what, everybody? I have the answer for you, and I will read it to you right now with proof. If you look at our messages, right, let's look at every single message, every single conversation between me and Leg prior to this happening, right? Let's see what really caused this. Because on Sunday, 2:08 a.m., he said, bro, you've been moving mad weird lately, telling an editor we have used many times that I'm scamming him, which I expose you in this video for scamming him, right? All you do is stream and advertise your own personal shit. Okay, now here we go. Here we go, everybody. Now we're finally getting into the real reason why this happened. Leg was mad at me for taking the liberty to stream while he was ignoring me for 5 days because he was mad at me that I exposed him for not paying an editor, right? He's mad at me that I was streaming for 5 days and growing my TikTok, right? That's why he's mad at me. He's mad at me that this person, that this entire time, he's thought as no more as his fucking minion, his employee, right? Is actually growing, is actually getting somewhere in life without him, right? Which is his fault because he's not messaging, right? He's mad about that. He's scared about that, right? That is the reason why all of this happened, okay? Let's keep reading. Whenever we record something, you always try to be the spotlight and never think of the video as a team idea. Leg, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Please, give some specific example of what you're talking about. My last video, I said the same shit. In this video, you gave no examples, right? You're selfish as fuck sometimes, bro. Like, if you want to go do your own shit, just leave, but it's gonna stop. Okay, everybody, there we go. There we go. We have it. Let's read the quote right now that answers this whole thing, okay? Why did all of this have to happen, right? All of this drama, all of this bullshit. Why did this have to happen? Let's read it. If you want to go do your own shit, just leave. But it's going to stop. Leg is telling me that if I want to go stream and I want to go promote my TikTok, he said, if you want to do that, do your own shit. If you want to do that, get the fuck out of here. But if you don't, it's going to stop. And guess what, everybody? I kept streaming, right? I kept streaming, and guess what? It stopped. He did what he said he was going to do, and he took everything away from me. And that is the truth of what happened. Now, let's specifically get into when everything went downhill. If you look at Monday, 11:15 p.m., this is the night that all of this happened. That night with that Gideon stream, like, this is not the talent show one, this is the second one, right? Bro, why didn't you add me? You're actually kind of weird for that. I would have made it my first objective to get you in, right? He's saying, why didn't I add him to the stream? Which, if you please watch my other video, my first video on this, and I explain the whole thing. And he even himself admits that this is petty in his live stream, right? After he says that, so he's pissed that he didn't get added into that call, right? He's pissed that I didn't add him to the call. Tuesday, 3:07 a.m., about 4 hours after he gets mad at me for not adding into the call, he says, you will get your cut on September 1st. And that is where everything goes radio silent. That's it. That's the last thing that I hear from Leg. So you want to know what happens? Let me tell you what happens, okay? Let's actually hear the truth for once, okay? Leg was mad at me that I was growing my own personal brand, right? While he was ignoring me, that I was streaming, that I was growing my TikTok, right? Which, by the way, was all just contributing back to growing the PACKGOD and Leg YouTube channel that we own together, right? He was mad about that, right? And when this Gideon thing happened, it was the final straw. He snapped while I was asleep. He stole everything from me, changed all the information, right? And then, after I called him out for it, I basically had him like a rat against the back of a cage. He goes on this video, The Truth About PACKGOD, and says it's because I said the N-word 3 years ago. That's why. That's why, right? Like, you admit in this video that I was your best friend for 3 years. So you've had this clip of me saying the N-word for 3 years, right? But you were my best friend, so it was fine then, right? But the second that I had you cornered and you needed to justify your actions, now it's a problem. And you know why Leg did this? Because once he took everything from me, for that reason, he realized that if he said the truth of why he did this, it would not fly at all. He got nervous and he freaked out, and that's why this entire time, he has not talked to me one time. He's not given me any platform to defend myself at all, and he avoids me at all costs. That's why. Because he knows that if I could get one word with him, I will expose him for what actually fucking happened, okay? That's it.
Notice how not once in any of our messages did Leg ever reach out to me and say, yo, remember that Gideon talent show thing that happened that I really don't know much about? Well, you know, because of that, I'm gonna steal everything from you. Or, yo, remember when you said the N-word 3 years ago? Well, after 3 years of thinking, I'm just not gonna let that fly and, you know, take everything from you, right? Notice how not one of the points that he discussed in the Truth of PACKGOD video, you know, the video where he's supposed to be explaining to everyone why he is justified to do what he did, not one of the points was brought up to me at all in our DMs. He never talked to me about any of them once. Now, what he did talk about, however, what he did message me about, the real reason why he did this was because I was streaming, right? And he was mad at me that while he was throwing a pity party for himself for getting exposed for scamming an editor, I was streaming and progressing my career. You know, that's what he did say, right? And that's all.
And you want proof? You want proof of Leg not giving me any platform besides the fact that he stole everything from me and won't let me on it to say it? I got you with some proof, okay? Let's first talk about Das Gas Dom's stream, right? A night before Leg uploaded his exposed video, and Das Gas Dom and every single person in his stream can personally vouch for me. Das Gas Dom was trying to figure out the situation between us and asked Leg to join the call. Leg private calls Das Gas Dom and says, I will not talk to PACKGOD. Just wait till I drop my exposed video tomorrow. After that, then I'll talk. Right? After that, then I'll talk, right? So Leg drops this exposed video, right? The next day, Das Gas Dom calls him again on his phone saying, all right, you ready to talk to PACKGOD now? Because you said you would, right? This dude says, no, I don't want to talk to PACKGOD. I have no reason to talk to him, right?
Oh, shit, you busy, bro?
Yeah, I'm out, but what's up?
Bruh, I know you don't want to talk about it, but I really want to get y'all two to talk.
Nah, bro, I'm not. There's nothing to talk about, bro. Like, I'm so serious. I'm past this, bro. I'm trying to move on. I'm not trying to talk about anything with him, bro.
For sure. Okay.
But my thing is, I've said everything I've needed to say, and I don't feel I need to talk about this anymore. So
Okay.
I'm not gonna keep feeding into this drama and like join a call with PACKGOD, argue points with him about why he's not a bad. Like, I don't have to do that. I'm not gonna give him that liberty. I'm not gonna give him that liberty just to talk to him. Like, I don't have to do that. So that's all I'm gonna say, bro.
Do you see what he's doing? He is dodging the situation, right? He is trying to not talk to me at all costs. And the final piece of evidence is right after when Leg dropped his quote-unquote exposed video for me. They are making a stage in Park exposing me, quote-unquote, calling me the most horrific, horrible names imaginable, right? While a server that I used to own, well, I had no power to do anything, right? The staff in the server wanted to bring me up on the stage so they could publicly humiliate me, right? And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I have a chance. I finally have a chance to get on the stage and say my piece and say my truth, right? Right? You want to know what happens? I get brought up, and then Leg's brother, right, says, oh, yo, bring him down. You got to message him. He would kill you for that. Literally, he says, he would kill you for that, right? For giving me a platform to defend myself. Then Miami, who was on the stage, proceeds to call Leg's phone while he's on the stage and ask him if it's okay to let me up. And Leg literally says on the phone, no, don't let him up. I don't want him talking. Because he does not want me to have a platform to defend myself.
He's coming back. He's going upstairs.
Hold on, no, wait.
No, don't kick me. Don't kick me. Stop kicking me.
No, I'm not gonna kick you. I'm not gonna kick you, but I need
I'm tired
to
of
read
this.
DMs before you're moving the nigga on stage. Bro, you need to read DMs. You need to read DMs. Eric, stop.
Nah, it's fine. I got it. I understood.
No, you don't got it. You don't got it. You need to ask nigga before you do it, cause you could get killed.
He said that he was banned from the server, but he really wasn't. I told him to join a VPN.
No,
he's
don't
in.
allow it.
Yeah.
He's gonna end up making like something stupid, and then he's gonna put that in his video.
Oh,
Exactly.
So tell Eric that and Cole that, and do not allow that at all.
Just to further add on to this point, here we have Dasgastom once again trying to just get me and Leg to talk this out like grown adults, right? That's what we should have done the whole time. Let's read this. Yo, listen, y'all don't gotta talk to each other, but I wanna at least be the one to say it. I feel like the beef is over some petty, and y'all have so much potential to take off together. In every relationship with YouTube, there's always going to come arguments and disagreements, but it's about coming harder as a team to make things up and talk it out for real. Y'all see Amp get into it all the time. Nothing will ever be perfect, and I am truly saying this because I fuck with y'all, and there is true talent and entertainment you guys give with each other, right? Completely agree, right? Then I say, yeah, I agree. Never wanted to go like this. Still, I wish we were working together. Wish you would message me in private. And as you can see, right, when given the opportunity once again to talk to me, and I'm literally saying, please talk to me, what does Leg do? He leaves the fucking group chat without saying a word. This right here is just so symbolic of this entire thing. Leg doing whatever he can at all costs to not approach me like grown adults and just talk about this.
Guys, this entire situation has made me literally mentally and physically ill. Okay? I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. But I can't just sit here while thousands of people every day are harassing me and calling me the most horrific names, right? I'm the worst human being ever. While at the same time, everything that I've worked for 3 years has been stolen from me because my partner got jealous of me. That's the truth, okay? And that's all I have to say about this. And if you see this whole video and you still choose to side with Leg after everything that I've said, then that's on you. That's all I have to say. I'm done talking about this. I have nothing else to say. Have a good day, everybody.